For this problem, they want us to find dy dx by implicit, but then they want us to evaluate that at this point, which means that they want us to find the slope of the tangent at that point 2 comma pi over 3. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to find the derivative. When we do that, the left-hand side is going to involve the product rule because you have two different pieces multiplied together. So to do that, we have the first piece, we have x, and then times the derivative of the second. Derivative of cosine is negative sine, so I have negative sine y. And then times the derivative of the inside one. Don't forget about the chain rule on this. We did the outside function. Derivative of cosine is negative sine times the y, but then you have to do times dy dx because, again, it's chain rule. So first, times derivative of the second, plus the second piece, cosine y, times the derivative of the first. So derivative of x is going to be 1. After the equal sign, derivative of 1 becomes 0. So this is what you'll get going through the product rule. We do the derivative of the left-hand side, derivative of the right-hand side. Now that we have that complete, you want to solve for dy dx. So I need to get that by itself on one side of the equation. So the cosine, we're going to bring that across the equal sign. You get negative x sine y dy dx. And then this one we're going to bring across the equal sign, negative cosine y. We want to solve this for dy dx. So we have to divide both sides by negative x sine y. When you do, that's going to give you negative cosine y over negative x sine y. And the two negatives we can get rid of. They cancel. So you get cosine y over x sine y. That would be your dy dx. That's the first thing that they're asking us for, is finding dy dx. Now the second thing they want us to do is evaluate that at this point. So all we're going to do now is plug in 2 for the x and pi over 3 for the y. That's going to give us the value for the slope. So I'm going to do cosine of pi over 3 over 2 sine pi over 3. And now we just have to evaluate both of those. Now something to point out is you could have put in a cotangent there if you wanted to. Cosine over sine's in the notes, that's what I did, but not necessary. You could actually keep it in this form too if you wanted to and just plug the values in for each one. Okay, for cosine pi over 3, we want to look at unit circle for that. That value is going to be 1/2. Down below I have 2 times sine of pi over 3. That value is going to be root 3 over 2. I can cancel out the 2's down below. So now I have the top fraction 1/2 times the reciprocal of the bottom one. So I'm going to multiply this by, instead of square root of 3 over 1, I'll do 1 over root 3. And so then that's going to give us 1 over 2 root 3. If you want to leave it in that form, it's fine. Also, you can rationalize it. And if you rationalize it, you'll get root 3 over 6, because root 3 and root 3 is 3 times the 2. So this should be your exact answer there, root 3 over 6.